You can't apologize for being yourself. You're not going to change. That is exactly right, clinically. Also, Sassy, I don't know if I said hey to you, but I'm so glad you're here tonight. He's apologizing because several of his interviews got yanked from YouTube. He's getting canceled. Also, he looks like he's been out working with Jimmy Carter building some houses, but I guarantee you that's not the case. And you probably buy that fucking Carhartt ripoff type jacket off of his fucking site for like what, $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, if not more. Fuck you, Kanye.
Accountability to my pain. You're being a Karen.
I'm talking about. I'm not a
Karen to the pain.
I'm not a Karen, and I'm not going to cancel you, and I'm not.
Okay, I'm here for this. This makes me sit up. All right, yay. This is a 5-minute preview of the whole interview. Piers Morgan is good at dropping little teases.
You don't hold accountability to my pain. You're being a Karen.
I'm talking about. I'm not a Karen
to the pain.
I'm not a Karen, and I'm not going to cancel you, and I'm not going to uncensor you. I'm simply going to challenge you on what you're saying. I think you don't understand the pain that you've been causing with some of these comments, and I think that one in particular, I can understand.
Oh my God! God forbid one comment could cause people to feel any of the pain that my people have went through for years. Even like the blacks being ushered to the left during the civil rights movement.
This ain't no apology.
Why does he? All right. No one is.
Let me say, I agree that the racism against black people has been utterly deplorable, shameful, unacceptable. And thank God the world is beginning to move to a better place about the way it has treated black people like you. However, one form of racism doesn't justify.
It's almost in a better place.
Well, one form of racism doesn't justify another.
It's not a better place.
I'm not cutting you off. I'm finishing my sentence so you can respond. One form of racism. It is racism when you say I'm going deaf for Jewish people.
I was in a position where I've been hurt, and this is the way I had the right to express myself. The point of this interview is for you to question me, and then for me to answer and say, okay, even though the same rules are not applied to my people, if a person with a gun or drugs is pulled over and has 3 other people in the car, they're all going to jail. I'm not going to apply that to Jewish people for the sake of this conversation. Isn't that what you wanted? But you know what you did? You tried to civil rights me. You tried to pull me back to a week ago, but we're here today. There's been plenty of conversations and commentary since that, but you want me to go back to 1960.
No.
You want me to go back to 7 days ago.
All right, let me jump in. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to reflect.
Okay, so have we grown? Have we grown?
Here's how we grow. Yeah, here's how we grow. I want you to reflect.
No, have we grown?
Have we grown?
You're not in charge of my growth. You're not in charge of my growth, Chris.
Okay, let me phrase it like this. I'm about to suggest to you how you may grow if you choose to grow this way. And you can ignore me. You can ignore me.
Piers, how much money are you worth?
Not as much as you, sadly.
Exactly. So take my advice. Maybe
sadly.
I would love to take your business advice.
Why would I listen to you?
Why don't you hear what my advice is and then work out if I'm wrong? Can we do that deal?
Well, the thing is, you haven't given me any credit or a moment of reflection for the comparison that I made, the brilliant, if I do say so myself, comparison that I made to the cops pulling over one black person and locking everyone up.
I understand what you're saying.
And my tweet having issues. Wait a second, I wasn't done with the sentence. My tweet referring to all Jewish people, I said, for the sake of this conversation, I will refer to the business people who have destroyed me and my people and my fellow creatives. But you didn't even accept that I gave you that. You tried to push me back.
I can't get over the fact that, like, this is his fashion brand. You guys know that, like, he's up here bragging about how much money he's got. He is wearing a jacket that looks like a guy went out and, like, fucking, I don't want to say he even looks like he worked all day. It looks like somebody that was like the helper on the work site, right? They got a little dusty here and there. He is selling it to look like it has been worn on like a job site or something. That's his fashion brand. Remember, we watched a clip from his fashion show, and he was walking through the mud.
into 1960.
No, I
You
didn't.
tried to push me back into last week.
No, I didn't.
Okay,
I
do you accept that example that I gave you?
I understand completely the example you gave me. I think all racism is wrong.
So I feel that we've grown.
I would like you to reflect.
I feel we've grown. Do you feel we've grown?
If you've now changed what you wanted to say originally, my question for you is, do you now regret saying
I update
DEFCON
every
3
day.
on Jewish
update-
people? Are you sorry you said that?
No.
I don't think it matters. You should be.
Absolutely not. You know, I will say I'm sorry for the people that are hurt with the DEFCON, the confusion that I call. I feel like I cause hurt and confusion. And I'm sorry for the families of the people that had nothing to do with the trauma that I had been through, and that I use my platform where you say hurt people, and I was hurt. Yeah.
It's an uncensored interview. You said something which you've now wished you hadn't said.
Is that a real saying? I thought that was a Lucille Bluth thing. I thought that was a joke. Am I wrong? Was that some kind of real saying?
You said that.
No.
I don't think it matters. You should be.
Absolutely not. You know, I will say I'm sorry for the people that are hurt with the DEFCON, the confusion that I call. I feel like I cause hurt and confusion. And I'm sorry for the families of the people that had nothing to do with the trauma that I had been through, and that I use my platform where you say hurt people, and I was hurt. Yeah.
It's an uncensored interview. You said something which you've now wished you hadn't said, and you've apologized. I actually said...
Maybe you don't want to get hurt because, as I say, hurt people hurt people.
Oh, that's nice. I always say make people cry, but yours includes the people who don't want to give you the satisfaction.
Tobias decided to...
Okay, well, no. Okay, so the hurt people was actually advice that Tobias was given. And then Lucille adopted it because it included more people. Oh. Okay, so he's heard that at therapy or something.
Where you say hurt people, and I was hurt. Yeah.
It's an uncensored interview. You said something which you've now wished you hadn't said, and you've apologized.
Yes.
I actually think that says a lot about you, right? That shows you've got that ability to be self-aware, to understand when you cross a line. I think someone like you, with all your energy and creativity and your passion, you're going to say stuff. The way that you talk constantly and in such an extraordinary manner, you're going to...
You shouldn't talk constantly.
I don't think there's anything wrong in when you do that, doing what you just did, and saying, look, I'm sorry, I crossed a line, I apologize.
I want to say that it's wrong to hold an apology hostage, and I got to let go of that and free myself of the trauma.
He gave an apology.
Say, look,
He
I'm
gave
just
one of
gonna
those
give it all
non-apology
up to
apologies.
God right now, and say to those families that are hurt, I really want to give you guys a big hug, and I say I'm sorry for hurting you with my comments, and I want to word it in not in like a political way, but
he froze, like his video froze, not me.
What I knew a president to be when I was growing up.
What, a president? How did the president get brought in?
Sorry for hurting you with my comments, and I want to word it in not in like a political way, but in a presidential way, which means what I knew a president to be when I was growing up.
What does that mean? The fairy tale romanticized version of U.S. history? The George Washington chopping down cherry trees and had wooden teeth myth? Is that what you're talking about, Kanye? Because that ain't real. That ain't real life. You want to live in a fairy tale.